Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Brennan, and welcome to Brennan G. Lowrey Violin. Welcome to this week's episode of Brennan Talks. This is the show where I talk about my recommended classical listening for the week, violin techniques, and issues in the arts. This week, I'm excited to share my first community classical rec. In the comments of last week's video, one of you asked me to cover world-famous conductor Carlos Kleiber. Kleiber was a remarkable conductor, both because of his incredible artistry and because of the comparatively small size of his repertoire. Only about 100 recordings of his still exist. Only about 9 of those are studio recordings. And across his entire conducting career, he only conducted about 700 live concerts. Honestly, I hadn't heard of him until he showed up in the comments last week. And that's a shame, because in the past week I have listened to some of the most amazing orchestral music I've ever heard. It's not all technically perfect, least of all the live concerts, but it's imbued with this passion and fire that I really haven't seen anywhere else. I've linked a few recordings of his live concerts that you can find on YouTube in the description, along with a couple of articles that go into a bit more detail about his life and work. The ABC article in particular is really interesting. Be sure to check him out this week, and let me know what you think in the comments. For this week's Technique of the Week, I'm covering a very, very small part of shifting technique. It's an incredibly complicated topic, and Simon Fisher's book Basics has about 35 pages on shifting alone. There are a lot of good YouTube videos on the subject already, and I've linked a couple in the description if you want to hear some people go into a bit more detail. The specific part of shifting that I'm talking about today is a fundamental aspect of the technique and one that's been particularly difficult for me in the past. Releasing the left hand during shifts. When we shift, we want to release the fingers of the left hand so that they rest very lightly on the string, like this. We don't want to press into the string during shifts. As you can probably tell, there are a few problems with shifting this way. First, when we shift like this, we build tension in the left hand, which over time can lead to pain and injury. Second, the slide between positions becomes much more audible. And third, it's slower and less accurate. Just remember, release the left hand for shifts. For today's issue in the arts, I just wanted to say that I think, as human beings, it's important that we take time to really enjoy music and all it has to offer. The world can be a harsh and unforgiving place, but sometimes music can make it a little bit better, whether we're playing it, writing it, or listening to it. So, sing, dance, play an instrument if you have one. Listen to your favorite song or piece. Enjoy music this week. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any musicians you would like me to shout out in a future classical rec, any violin techniques you want me to cover, or any issues in the arts you would like to hear my thoughts on. If you're interested in violin lessons, send me an email at bglviolin@gmail.com or check out bglviolin.com to find out more. See you next week, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one!